Hi, and welcome to your beginner strength session. You will need a yoga block for this session. If you do not have a yoga block, then please grab a towel, fold it in half in its length, and then roll it up, and you'll use that roll instead of your block. Good morning, Amy. Welcome everyone who's here live today. Looking forward to the session very much. We're going to warm up our bodies because it is cold, and just get ourselves moving. So you can see on the screen, you're going to need a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a towel. I'm going to get our links out quickly. But welcome everyone. Iva, good morning. Lisa Marie, happy Friday. It's been such a great week. It's been so nice to see everyone here, and catch up a little bit. Just catch up a little bit. So if you're here, say hi. Alison Prince, good morning. I saw that name pop up and I was like, what? Welcome back. Lovely to have you here. How have you been? And how's everyone feeling today? Lots going on. Weather been crazy this week. I don't know how it was up in Joburg, but down in the Cape, it has been stormy weather. It's still stormy. It's still cold. So like I said, we are going to get moving from the get-go today, warm up our bodies, warm up our muscles, and just get our energy flowing, get ourselves ready to finish off this Friday. And then, of course, the week is not completely done because tomorrow is our pajama party. Have you guys seen the videos that the instructors have done? It is so funny. I have laughed so much. Oh my goodness. So funny. Tomorrow is pajama party. So please make sure to join for that. It's kind of like a roll out of bed, make sure you do your workouts, and then enjoy the rest of your Saturday. That's going to be with Kate and Lee. And also, we'll be chatting about the new channel. They'll be chatting about the new challenges on tomorrow, on Saturday, tomorrow in the session. So that's really, really exciting stuff. Lisa Marie, which trail are you doing? I am doing the whale trail. So I won't be here next week. Sorry guys, I know I've been like a bit MIA, but I am doing the whale trail. Ooh. Leaving on Monday. It's my mom's birthday this weekend, so we'll be at my mom this weekend, which will be really nice, prepping and stuff for the walk. And then we leave on Monday night. We sleep there in Portberg, and then we walk Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 5 days of walking. Some days are quite short, and then some days are a little longer. I think the longest distance is about, I'm gonna lie to you if I tell you now, 16 or 18 kilometers. But really we're a group of very close friends. There's like 8 of us, and like some of my friends who, because of COVID and stuff, like I haven't seen them for over a year. So that is like really, like one of my best friends. I get to see her after like a year. It's insane. And it doesn't feel like a year, but just like so much has happened. And now I get to do the whale trail with her and catch up. And yeah, I will be off social media while I'm away. I haven't really taken a big tech break, a big tech detox since COVID happened, because obviously everything has gone online. So really excited to be doing a tech detox and then just seeing how that feels again. Like, what does it feel like to not be on tech all the time? I think we forget that because it's just so normalized now. Queen Water Zelna, Alison rushing out of bed. and getting dogs on quick. Welcome, Alison. It's so lovely to see you here. Nicole, hi babes. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing the session today. Do the session next. Get on the mat. Next will, of course, be taking over Monday, Wednesday, and Friday's sessions next week. So you'll have them live with Nicole. Yay! Thanks, Nix. And then I've recorded 2 sessions for you for Tuesday and Thursday, the beginners and intermediate flexibility sessions. Alison on my to-do list, Lisa Marie on my bucket list. Ooh, yes. I will let you know how it goes. I've gotten such great advice from everyone. So thank you to everyone who has sent me their little tips and tricks. I think my biggest thing is like being cold or like being wet. Those who know me know that I'm like, I don't do well in cold weather. I don't. So I am going to make sure that I have enough socks and warm changes of clothes, because you don't have a lot of space to take things. So I think my main space is going to be taken up by warm clothes. Karen, good morning. Nicole Spuler, good morning. Greetings from Plett on holiday. Oh, amazing. I was actually born in Knysna, but I think I've told you guys this before. So enjoy that side of the world. Nicole joining, yay. So glad, babe, so glad. And Bella, yes. Hi, and I'm super excited. And it's like the first time off that I'm taking that's really time off. So obviously, we've had last year we had lockdown, and it ended up being 4, 5, 6 weeks. But that wasn't resting time. That was like hustling, thinking up ideas, getting online things going, like stressing, a lot of stresses, a lot of people getting sick around us, etc. And so it wasn't really a break. And I'm just so grateful that I have these next few days off, and just to go out and be in nature is going to be super healing, I think. So very, very, very grateful. I'll miss you guys, but I'll be back in a week. Good morning, everyone. Alison, I'm also worried. Just been offered to join my first Cedarburg weekend hike too. So yes, thermal shopping this weekend. Alison, oh my word, the Cedarburg, I think this time of year is so cold, so cold. But obviously, when you start walking and things, your body warms up, and I'm hoping that that's what happens. Otherwise, I'm gonna wear my KW jackets. And if I get hot, then I'll wrap it around my waist or tie it to my bag or whatever. But at least I know for the first couple of hours, for the last couple of hours, I will be warm. And also, if you want to swim, if you're going to swim, which they say there's a few nice places to swim on the whale trail, you're going to be freezing. You're going to be so fresh. It's going to be like Wim Hof method. I don't know if any of you guys have done Wim Hof before, ice baths, those kinds of things. But then you want to put a thick jacket on afterwards. But it is Friday, everyone. It is the 2nd of July. We have Amy and Siv coming up after this. And we've got a little coffee chat. What's up with Adrian today at 12:30? So check that out. He's always got the best advice, tips and tricks when it comes to nutrition and food. So if you do have any questions, or you just want to say hi, pop in at 12:30. I'm sure he would be really stoked to have you guys there. Hi Shireen, good morning, lovely. I'm very excited. I am such a nature person, so I'm really looking forward to this little tech break and to getting some fresh air and all of that. Good morning, everyone. Heidi Marie, just listening in. We'll be catching up later. when the boys are all sorted. Perfect. Then it's Heidi Marie's time. Then it's mom's time. So light a candle, close the doors, and just take that time for yourself. I think it's so important that if you are putting this time aside for yourself, then put it aside for yourself. So you're not kind of doing it halfway, your mat's not maybe in the middle of the lounge and people are walking over you or getting ready for work or whatever, put your mats in your room and towel if possible. I know it's tough. I know you've got kids at home, all of these things, but also like setting strong boundaries within your family dynamic can be very valuable. And by doing that, you're teaching everyone in your family to also, have respectful boundaries for you and for them to be able to create it for themselves. And self-time is so important. And it's something that, everyone should do. And it's something that, I think children should learn is important for individuals. So setting those boundaries within your home that for half an hour every day, that's only half an hour out of 24 hours, they can have you for the rest of the day, but that half an hour is yours. And the family just needs to get on board. Frankly, they just need to get on board. Good morning. Y'all super excited for the whale trail. True story. Yes, Heidi, it is, honestly. When we set healthy boundaries for ourselves, I think often we feel that other people are and people do push back against it because they're so used to us not having those boundaries, right? But actually, a lot of people really respect that. And it gives them permission to be like, oh, wow, like maybe I can have half an hour for myself too. So yes, Heidi Marie, I hope you enjoy your session later and make the most of it. We've got about 2 minutes to go before we get started. You're going to need a yoga block. Guys, if you do not have a yoga block, I know most of you have already, you've got your exercise bands, maybe you've got weights, maybe you've got cans, maybe you've got a step, maybe you've got, an ottoman, whatever it is that you're using. For yoga, you need a yoga block. So if possible, get yourself a yoga block. Send me a message if you're not sure what it's about or how or what or where or why. And if you don't have a yoga block, I'd like for you to grab a towel quickly. So like a medium-sized towel. And you're going to fold it in half lengthwise and then roll it up. So it'll be in a roll like this and it's going to mimic the block. Obviously a little different because the block is very firm. It gives more feedback. But a towel rolled up is absolutely perfect as well. And you can actually, if you've got a spare towel, you could leave it rolled up and you could actually wrap some tape around it and then you could use that. So there's a type of yoga called forest yoga. And that is specific to forest yoga. They call it a forest roll. And usually you would use like those foamy mats. And you flip them in half lengthwise, you roll them up and you tape them. And you use that roll for so many things. So if you don't have a block, A, get a block. B, get a towel or an extra mat, fold it in half lengthways and roll it up. Good morning, everyone. I don't know why I'm struggling to see all the names here this morning. Lynette, good morning. Welcome. I am just going to double check and see how far the ladies are. But it is 7 o'clock. We are going to start on our back, so you can bring yourself to lie down in the meanwhile. Jade and Simon are going to be finishing up very soon, I'm sure. And then we'll see who comes over from the full body cardio workouts. So let's give it a couple more seconds. Welcome everyone who's hopping on now. Have a last sip of water or tea if you're having. I've been saying my new favorite is rooibos tea with oat milk. It's the best. It's like a treat. It's like dessert in a cup. But welcome everyone. Excited to be doing a live again. Yes. Lots of bittersweet with people at home, of course, at the moment with our lockdown. But we are here for you guys. So we hope to see you as much as possible. Let's get started, everyone. Please grab your block. If you don't have a block, you are going to need a towel that you can roll up to place between your thighs. I'd like for you to have your block nearby. And you're going to lay yourself down. Just place your feet a little wider than your mat again. We're just going to start in constructive relaxation. Allow your inner knees to touch. Cross your arms over your chest and just find a nice grounded shape. Settle your spine down. Your lower back getting a bit of pressure from the mat, on the floor, the back of the head. And so today we're going to work towards our camel pose. So a little bit of a back bend or spinal extension. Really get some energy moving. It's a very energizing pose, opening the front line of the body, waking up the postural muscles of the body, but staying connected to our deep core line. So let's take a couple more breaths here. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, you can do that. And if you're setting an intention for the month of July, bring that into your awareness. So every time you get on your mat, you bring that intention into your awareness. Let's take 3 breaths together. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Last one, in through the nose. And out through the nose. When you're ready, open your eyes. Reach your arms up above your head, place your fingernails on the floor behind you. Extend your legs forward and go into a full body stretch. So reach, really squeeze. Maybe you can take a little yawn here or a big sigh. Just stretch out the body. And I want you really to now know and acknowledge that you're stepping into a new day. Let yesterday go. Let the mindset from yesterday go. Shed any energy you're still holding from yesterday, any bad vibes, any anxiety. Just let all of that go. Let it not eat into your energy of today. It's a new day. Let's tap into our internal source of energy. Really connect to our breath, and step off our mats, nice and energized, but also calm and focused. All right, you can take your arms either side of you. Bring your knees to your chest. Press your mid-spine into the mat. Find a little activation through the feet. You can either point or flex them. You can see how you go. We're just going to move through some hip rolls, separating, bringing them back together, and then separating them again. So let's keep going. A couple of rounds like this. We just warm up through the hips, and we're feeling into the abdominals. Switch on your breath. Open your eyes. If they close, let's wake up. Change direction. If you're doing this later on in the afternoon or the evening, same thing. Open your eyes. Bring yourself fully present onto your mats. So we're not closing the eyes to kind of drift off. Sometimes it's nice to practice with your eyes closed to bring more awareness to the body and kind of turn your gaze inwards. But don't use it as an opportunity to escape into your mind and not be in your body. We really want to get into our bodies, become fully present. Well done. Next time your knees come to your chest, you can pause. Reach for your block or your towel that you've rolled up. Bring your knees above your hips and place your block in between your thighs. Okay, I like to have my block quite low, and then squeeze the thighs into one another. As you do that, curl your tailbone just slightly up so you feel your waistline activate. You feel your mid-spine, your whole back. So if you take your hands, I want you to make sure that you can't slide them anywhere underneath the spine. Bring your shins parallel to the floor and kind of flare through your toes. Bring your hands to interlace. Bring your hands behind your head and rest your head in your hands. I want you to curl your elbows up to the ceiling. We're going to activate through that deep core line a little. I want you to feel the feedback that you're getting from the block or the towel between your thighs. Take a full breath in. And on your exhale, start to lift head, neck, and shoulders, but lift from your abdominals and you're not pulling your head with your hands. Your head is resting in your hands. Nice, release head, neck, and shoulders down. Keep the legs nice and still. Keep the spine glued to the floor. Take a full breath in. Don't draw your knees towards you. Keep them where they are. Exhale, curl up. Bring your elbows towards your thighs. Belly down. And release. Head, neck, and shoulders. Super slow and controlled. Inhale. And as you exhale, curl up. Breathe freely for a few breaths here. And notice if your belly is popping up, you suck it down. Release. 2 more, take an inhale. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Keep squeezing your block or your towel. Nice, release. Head, neck, and shoulders. Last one. Take a full breath in. Exhale, curl up. Nice. Keep your block between your thighs. Release your head down. Release your elbows down. And then extend your legs if you can. Extend them fully. And just roll through the ankles a little bit. So keep that feeling of squeezing the block. You'll notice there's a really nice connection to the deep core line now. Inner hip bones are almost moving towards one another energetically. Inner thighs are rolling away from you. So your block isn't popping up towards you. I want you to roll your block away from you. Just continue here. Get those abdominals nice and active. So let's switch on our heat. All right, well done. Bend the knees. Place the feet down on the floor. Release the hands, take them either side of the ankles and find your bridge pose alignment. So you can even look, you want your outer ankles pretty much in line with your outer hips. Feet are facing forward, knees are facing forward. And what's nice about having the block or towel in between the thighs is it's going to prevent us from letting the knees splay out by having no control and not accessing kind of the outer glutes, the outer hips. And so when we activate to roll the inner thighs down, we keep a broadening of the lower back and you're going to prevent that squeezing in of those SI joints. All right, hands can go either side of you. Keep your block where it is. Press your feet down. I want you to lift your toes for a moment. See if you can lift all your toes off the floor. Press into the feet. Keep your toes up. Lift up through the hips, so squeeze through the buttocks. Get a nice stretch in the top line of the body. You can relax your toes down now. Breathe. Keep squeezing that block. Notice how much hard work this is because the knees not really the knees, it's more like the big femur bones just want to do their own thing. The hips want to release. We're going to keep them nice and active. Wake up this back line, so squeeze those glutes, feel the hamstrings activate, feel some of the postural muscles activate, lift the chest up, and breathe. I want you to remember this feeling of having the block between the thighs. We're going to keep using it until we get to our camel pose. Well done. Slowly roll the spine back down. Remove your block. Bring your thighs towards your chest. And then just feel that imprint that block is left now. So now you've got that memory of that feeling of the block and the muscles kind of know a little more what to do now, trying to get that mind-body connection going. Cross at your ankles. If you need to roll over to the side, please do. We're meeting on all fours. So otherwise, you can take a little rock forward, come onto all fours. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, so open the tops of your ankles. Keep your hips above your knees. And we're going to take a puppy dog stretch. But what I want you to do now is keep the lower abdominals going in. So we're not going to move into a cow pose. You're not arcing in the spine. Okay, keep the lower back very neutral. Reach your arms forward, take your hands a little wider than your shoulders. Spread your palms. And without letting the pelvis tilt, I want you to allow the chest to lower down. So we're getting into the upper back, into the shoulders. Maybe forehead touches the floor, maybe not. Roll your outer shoulders down towards the floor. Pull your tailbone slightly down. Press the tops of the feet to the floor. So really active pose here. But in the breath, let's take 3 full breaths. Nice, press into your hands, and then slowly bring the wrist back under the shoulders. Reach for your block or your towel again. Place it in between your thighs. Wrists under the shoulders. I want you to tuck your toes under. Just press back for a moment so you can really open underneath the feet. Squeeze the inner ankles together so the heels are pointing straight up to the ceiling. So you can really get into the inner line of the foot. Nice, and when you've got your toes nice and tucked under, come back forward, keep the toes tucked under. Shoulders are directly above the wrists. I want you to squeeze your block, press into your hands, and dome a little through the upper back. So you can see I'm rounding a little through the upper back. And then you're going to hover your knees just above the mat. So lift them off so your knees aren't in contact with the mat, but they're just off the mat. Neutral head and neck. And then notice now if you're dumping all the weight into the backs of the wrists. Bring your weight to the front of the hands and to your fingerprints. Lower your knees a little bit, but keep them off the floor. Press into those fingerprints. Lift up through the armpits. 2 more breaths. Well done, lower your knees. Remove your block. We'll take a little twist. Let's untuck the toes. Take your left hand forward. Keep your chest quite level, center facing down. Bring your right arm underneath you as far as you can to the left. Come down onto right elbow. Send that left arm even more forward. Take your right arm even further to the left. And then you'll release yourself down onto that outer right shoulder. But roll your left shoulder down. So you're not kind of rolling all the way to the right. You're trying to keep your pelvis nice and level. You're getting into that outer right shoulder. The line of the top line of that right arm. Keep pressing the feet down. Extend your toes away from you. Take 2 breaths here. Press it to your left hand. Bring your right hand back. Bring it forward. And just allow yourself to slide back into a child's pose. Stretch out through the side body. Roll your outer shoulders down. And then back onto all fours. Second side, you're going to take your right hand forward. Left arm underneath you as far to the right as you can. Come down onto that elbow, take the right hand forward. Try to keep your hip line level. Take that left arm across, you're going to look to your right. Roll the right side of the chest down. And breathe. Lift the tops of the feet into the floor. Take 2 more breaths. Then press into your right hand, bring your left hand back forward, and then again, Slide yourself down into your child's pose. Come onto all fours. Keep your hands at this distance. So keep one hand there. Take the second hand to reach for your block or your towel. Bring it back in between the thighs. Tuck your toes under and move into a bent knee downward dog with your block between the thighs. Okay, so now we're really feeling the outer hips kind of wrapping forward, or the outer thighs wrapping forward, inner thighs wrapping backwards. Not overdoing it, so the knees are still separate. Still a little squeeze of the glutes, lower belly joint in. And we're going to move forward to hover the knees. So bring the shoulders above the wrists, hover the knees, neutral spine. Lift up and back, down dog. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, hover the knees. Don't touch the floor. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, stay. Nice, stay with me. Strong legs. Inhale, forward. Exhale, hover the knees. Inhale, back to your down dog. Exhale, stay. Feel how your thighs are switching on. 2 more. Inhale, forward. Hover your knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. 1 more. Inhale, forward. Hold, exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Well done. Lower your knees. Remove your block. So you should feel that your thighs are really nice and switched on now. Lift up into a downward dog. You can start to pedal out the legs, open the back line of the legs a little bit here. One at a time. Nice, well done. All right, we're going to step our right foot forward to the front of the mat. Some of you might step it all the way through. Some of you might bring it to the middle of your mat. You can reach for your ankle, step it through. You're going to keep your back toes tucked under. Lower your left knee down. Front knee stacked above its ankle. Reach the arms up. So different movement to what we've been doing. Everything has kind of been activating the front line of the body. Now we're going to change that a little bit to open the front line of the body, but keep that connection to our deep core line. All right, so both hips are facing forward. I want you to feel like you join pubic bone to navel. Reach your arms up. Interlace your hands behind your head. And just start to curl your elbows forward as you do. Lean your head slightly back. So what we're feeling now is the opening of the front of that left thigh. I want you to breathe, so really switch on the breath. Take 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Well done. Come back into a neutral spine. Reach the arms up. And bring them all the way forward and down. Lift your left knee up. Look forward to a little core connection. Again, maybe you step with 1 step forward. Maybe it's kind of 2 steps forward, but be precise and start to be very specific about how you move. Halfway lift, bring your hands to your thighs. Lift the shoulders away from the floor. Pull the kneecaps up. And then let's go back down. Bend your knees as much as you need to bring your fingertips to the floor. Take your right foot back for that same lunge. Lower the right knee down. Remember, if I drew a line down the middle of your mat, your feet would be on opposite sides of it. Press down, lift up. Roll your right hip forward. Shorten the space between your pubic bone and your navel. Again, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Pull your elbows up and start to lift the ribs away from the hips. Keep a little tuck of the chin. Keep wrapping that right hip forward. Lift up. Press firmly into both feet. 2 more breaths. Well, then back into a neutral spine. Reach the arms up and bring the hands forward. Look forward, raise your right knee up. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Again, take a halfway lift, hands can come to shins. Lift the sit bones away from the backs of the knees, opening that back line. Lengthen the spine, so it's almost like cobra energy through the spine. Lengthening, extending. Nice, and then again, bring your hands down, bend your knees as much as you need to bring the fingertips to the floor. Step your left foot back, lower through the left knee. Bring your arms up. Nice, alright, so we're going to take a twist to our right. Reach your right arm back, your left arm forward. And then we're going to move into a little twist. So there's two options with the back hand here. Option one, you're simply going to bring it round behind the back. Option two, you can start to slide that hand down the outer left thigh. Okay, left hand is going to lift up and back. So you're getting really deep into the front of that left hip flexor now. Keep that left heel straight up to the ceiling. Keep pressing into your front foot or your lower belly back. Well done, everyone. Full deep breaths. Getting a stretch to the stomach now as well, through the descending line of your colon. All right, and then look forward, lower your left hand. Let your right arm come up to meet left. Bring your hands forward. Lift the lower belly, lift the back knee. Look forward again, maybe it's one step forward, maybe it's two. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fingertips to the floor, step your right leg back. Lower your right knee down. Put into your front foot, reach both arms up. Take your twist to your left fingertips back, right forward. Again, either that left hand now is just going to wrap around the lower back, or bring the hand to the outer thigh, start to slide it down. Back heel is straight up to the ceiling. Front palm flips up. You're going to lift it up and back as much as you can, getting to the front. The right hip flexor now. Keep that feeling of your block between your inner thighs. You can I'm sure you can feel why that's important here. Front knee above its ankle, 2 more breaths. One more breath. All right, look forward. Release left hand to come up to meet right. Bring your hands down to the floor. This time you're going to slide this left foot back to be in line with the right. Bring your knees to touch and just sit back for a moment. Take a nice big loop of the shoulders. All right, so we'll move into our camel pose. I'd like for you to lift your mat up and flip it backwards. So now you can see you've got 3 layers of mat, really nice and padded. Obviously, if you need more, you could place an extra towel or something underneath your mat. You can work with me, so bring your knees onto your mat. Bring your block between your thighs or your towel. So we've done this quite a few times today. Getting used to this action of inner thighs rolling back, you keeping stability through the pelvis. Let's all tuck our toes under, so we've opened the bottoms of the feet already. Bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze a little through the buttocks. Remember your bridge pose, we're relying on our backs. That kind of feeling. Okay, lift your chest up. Hands can stay on the hips, but send your thumbs behind the back and squeeze your elbows together. Take a nice lift here. Squeeze your block. Don't throw your head back. Keep your chin slightly tucked. Squeeze your block. Press the hips forward. Nice, well done. Come back into a neutral spine. Untuck your toes and just sit your buttocks back down. Let's remove the block. Now I want you to keep that feeling of the block. So you keep that energy, the inner thighs rolling back, a lot of control. So that's why we switch on the legs. Strong, secure legs is what helps us move into back bends safely. All right, come onto your knees. You've got the option now if you want to tuck the toes under or not. I feel it gives quite a lot of support in the pose. So if you don't want to, that's fine. Feel out that variation. Notice how perhaps there's a little crease in the front of the hips here. I want you to squeeze your buttocks, tailbone down. Imagine your block. Let's all reach the arms up. And then take a big circle, this time placing both hands on the lower back. Fingertips facing down. Squeeze the elbows in, and we're going to lift the chest. Squeeze your buttocks forward, lift the chest. Hug the elbows in. Keep your chin tucked. Guys, if there's anyone who wants to take the hands to the heels, you could go there, but then keep the buttocks pressing forward so the hips stay above the knees. I want you to take 2 more breaths here. Try relax a little into the pose. There's a firmness, but there isn't tension. Don't throw your head back. Hold on, come all the way up. Untuck the toes. Keep your hands on your lower back. And notice how when you sit down, your back kind of naturally releases that kind of extension through the spine. It does its own little rounding here. Well done, everyone. We're going to come to lie on our back. So cross your ankles or any way you need to come to sit. So you can release your mat and bring yourself to lie all the way down. Let's slowly bring both thighs to chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And then as we started, bring your knees above your hips, bring your shins parallel to the floor. Bring your hands behind your head. Activate the abdominals, so you're pressing the spine into the floor, and then curl yourself up. So now I just really want you to press the mid-spine into the floor. Use the abdominals to release any stress or strain that maybe you picked up during that pose. Nice, and release the head down. You can keep the arms open like this. Squeeze the knees a little closer to your chest. Take a twist to the left. So take it all the way to the left. If it's too much to keep the right elbow to the floor, then you can open up the arms, release that. But quite nice now to stay with this opening of the armpits. Take 2 more breaths. Back to center and switch over to the right. Again, if you need to lift that left shoulder or that left arm, elbow, please do. Keep the knees touching. Your lower belly in. Alright, so then we'll come back to center. When you're moving to a little bit of a plow pose, I want you to keep your neck really neutral. Most of you are only going to move bringing the knees to the forehead. So hands can come either side of you. You're kind of going to do a little rock up so you can bring your hands to your lower back. And then from here, if you can, you might bring your knees to your forehead. And then you'll just stay here. There's a little bit of a rounding. I want you to take about 5 breaths here. Some of you might start to extend the legs, extend the legs, extend the legs. Maybe even bringing the toes to the floor and lifting the knees away from the head. Don't overdo it again, no pain. If you're feeling pain, you've gone too far. And then even in this pose, imagine your block between your thighs. Rotate the thigh bones so they're nice and straight. All right, and then we'll all slowly roll down. Squeeze your knees to your chest. Take a nice full body stretch, reach your feet forward and your arms back behind you. Again, maybe you can take a nice broad, big open mouth exhale. And then just let your whole body rest fully on the mat. Let's do your last couple of breaths here. Eyes can be closed. Just keep tuning in to yourself and your own breath. Keeping that connection when you step off the mat today. So that our decisions become more authentic and in alignment with what we need. Alright, if you're able to stay here for a little while longer, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can bend the knees, roll over onto your side, and all the way up to sit. Cross-legged, let's reach the arms up. Just take a little forward fold over the legs. Just to close your practice, bow the head down. And let's roll the spine up. Change the cross of the legs, again, arms up. And take a little forward fold. Before you come up, just take a moment to thank yourself and thank your body. And we'll come all the way up until the lead of the shoulders. Well done. Leave a comment, let me know how it was. And I want to see some camel poses in the WhatsApp group. I know I've got some poses I need to get back to. So it's so great for me to have a look at your alignment and just see how you guys are doing. Generally, if you're going to practice yoga, you've got a teacher there helping you with your alignment. So I need pictures because I can't see you in real life. So leave a comment, let me know how it was. Send a picture to the WhatsApp group if you'd like some feedback. And well done, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that. Lynette, such a pleasure. I hope your bodies are feeling a little more open. Strong work. But really, deep core line connection, strong legs is where we make our back bends safe, right? Such a pleasure, everyone. Well done. Have a beautiful Friday. I can't see anyone's names. I'll have to go back to your comments. Oh, here's a name. Tennille, such a pleasure. Love school holidays. Yes, I know it's like this bittersweet, but I'm so glad you're here, Tennille. Lovely to have you live. Iva, such a pleasure. Feeling in all my body. Amazing. Well done, everyone. Yes, I am going away. I will miss you guys, but I will be back in a week. So Nicole will be taking her Monday session. She will also do the 2 strength sessions next week, so Wednesday and Friday. And then you will have recordings from me for Tuesday and Thursday. So please do them. Please still comment. And let me know how your week goes. But I'm so glad you enjoyed that, Alison. So glad to have you here. Karen, such a pleasure. I see we've got a comment here. Someone first workout with Jeff, but I can't see your name. So I will have to oh wait, here, let me find it here quickly. Let's see here. Such a pleasure, Sue. Bella Debate, thank you. Oh, I can't find your comment. I'm going to look for your comment and I will get back to you. Well done, everyone. Thank you for joining. I will be back next Monday. Next Monday. Have a beautiful week next week. Remember, tomorrow is the big pajama party, as well as challenge chats. So make sure that you join for that. And I will see you all on the WhatsApp group today, hopefully with some camel poses. If you want my help with your alignment, that is the best place to do it. I can give you individual feedback, which is super cool and super great. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Lots of love, and I'll see you guys in a week. Bye.